What's happening, sports fans? We welcome you back to another episode of San Diego Prep Inside. You can hear them fighting in the background. They're already fighting over camera and microphone. Check 1 2. Check.
Check 1 2. Mic check.
Mic check. All right.
Check.
Simplemente.
Oh, the first interview we've had bilingually this season. It's the Mar Vista Mariners. Guys, what's up? Let's go left to right. Start with the introductions because nobody. I'm actually glad you guys are wearing numbers. That helps, but usually nobody knows you because you have a face mask on and everything. So start with the coaches. I always joke that if you know what grade you'd be in at this point in life, you're welcome to throw that out there. But if not, just how many years you've been at Mar Vista, please.
This is my second year at Mar Vista. Coach John Wojcik, head coach for the junior varsity program.
And I'm Coach Moore. This is going to be my second year. I was offense coordinator last year and head coach this year.
My name's Anthony Baxter. I'm an incoming senior, and I play center.
Adrian Martinez, incoming senior. 4 years varsity, captain of Mar Vista High School.
Just of the whole school?
Football team.
Oh no! Is he captain of the whole school? Or are we talking to like the? Is he going to win prom king?
Absolutely not.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That was a quick answer. I respect it.
My name is Maximus Calderon, incoming senior, captain, another captain of the football team, linebacker.
I'm DeMarco Wright, number 7, incoming senior. Also a captain for the Mar Vista football team.
I'm Alex Wojcik, number 14. I'm the quarterback of the Mar Vista football team.
Did I put it? I feel like I put an S on your name unnecessarily. No, Wojciks or something like that. Everyone messes it up. Have you given up on correcting people and you're just like, it's cool? What are all the different versions of your name that you have heard?
I've absolutely given up. There's so many. Alec, it just keeps going.
Are you just 1-4 at this point to coach?
Yeah, just
hey 1-4.
Yeah.
Hey,
QB4.
Yeah,
QB. Because he's the 4th string QB, or because he
in practice.
Yeah, I'm first string, and it just goes down the ladder like that.
He's the emergency punter, emergency quarterback, emergency everything.
His name is Paul, occasionally. Paul.
Junior.
Is that because he looks like Paul Walker, kind of Paul, or what is the Paul reference?
It's like an inside joke, really.
Well, you can't just tell an inside joke on the internet.
It's just a name. It's just a name.
It's his middle name,
Well,
but
they call him LaRon.
all right.
They call him LaRon, so
LaRon.
it is what it is.
That's the first name. That's his middle name, and then they're both middle names, so it's like senior, junior. So they have like at least 5 names each.
Nice.
Coach Dad's my favorite.
Coach Dad.
All of them.
Does more of them call you, or is it just him that calls you Coach Dad, or they all call you Coach?
They all call me Coach Dad.
Everyone. He's Coach Dad.
Well,
Coach Dad.
DJ, LaRon, Adrian.
Something tells me you guys probably forget most of these names by the middle of the week anyway, and you just start calling each other, hey, you, hey, 7, hey, whatever.
I'll be honest, I am horrible with names.
So do you think Coach, do you think they're making these up to mess with you?
Even if they told me their name, I immediately forget it. I am like Flavor Flav in the Flavor of Love, and I give every kid a name. We literally have a kid named Glasses because he showed up to practice with glasses on.
Like once, and he's never worn them since?
Yeah, he
Nice.
never wears it. Yeah, there's I'm not even creative with my names, but I am not good at names. And then
Glasses,
I think
nails,
a couple of years,
Noise box.
Noise box.
Noise box because he
Noise
screams.
box. I like that.
Yeah,
That is creative.
Some kid showed up with painted nails. His name is Nails from now on. A kid came from Texas. His name is now Texas. I have no idea what his real name is. I have no idea.
He's like Zay.
But I tell all the players that, it probably is Isaiah, but he's Texas until, I tell all the kids this. Everybody's a number on the football field. You got to earn your name out there. You got to do something to where it's like, wait, what's that kid's name for real? But until then, you're just that guy.
We're going to put it on the poll at SD Prep Insider on Twitter, on Instagram is where you can find all of our polls. Does a football coach need to know all of his players' names, or are nicknames okay? You can find us at SD Prep Insider. I think it's okay to not know all of their names. You basically are a dad to 80+ kids every year, and
Not a good one.
yeah. Where's the program looking right now? Because we're coming out of the pandemic. Some people. Coach, no. Rule of the shows, you got to answer it. Rule of the shows, you got to answer it.
No DND.
Damn.
I just hung up on him. Sorry about that, but I'm going to turn that up.
If
Sorry
they call
about
back, you got to answer it.
Roger that.
Damn.
So where
we
we
muted our phones.
where yeah no that's that the,
I
the,
apologize for
no
that.
you don't have to apologize. It gives us good content. Best one ever was you had a kid from Crawford who was on, and the dad was like, "Where are you right now? What are you doing? What is a podcast? I don't get this. Come home now." So where are we at? Because we're coming out of the pandemic still, but I feel like numbers are still kind of all over the place countywide. You're going to have freshman JV varsity this year, just JV varsity, healthy looking squad. Are the numbers going the right way for Mar Vista?
We'll see. We're super excited about the freshmen that's incoming. A lot of those kids were on Coach Wojcik's team. I don't know if you want to talk more about that, but those guys are definitely at a championship caliber.
But just the number, like
the numbers are looking really good.
because some of the schools walk in, yeah, we got our great 6 freshmen, but they're all moved up already to JV and varsity, and we're just short numbers still. I think some people are just struggling to get participation still.
Yeah,
Probably have like 20 plus freshmen.
yeah, we're at about 80 plus participants
Hell yeah!
for the entire program.
Love
so,
that.
Pretty heavy senior class, light on the juniors, light on the sophomores, and super heavy on the freshmen.
All right, you got them sandwiched then.
Yeah.
For you guys as players, we've finished now the Sweetwater tournament. We're kind of done-ish with passing league until we're done with everything now until pads come on in 2 weeks. Where are you guys though in terms of like percentage ready? If you had to put a number at it, 0 to 100, like how ready is Mar Vista football for the season right now?
I think personally, myself, I'm like 85% ready. Like I want to get the pads on, get the helmets on, get ready. But I think for these guys here, I think they're pretty much ready as well. It's just the people who don't have as much experience that still maybe need a little bit more time. But,
Well, I mean, you're never going to be – no football team is ever 100% ready.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
always,
for
like,
sure.
installing
Oh, yeah,
everything.
for sure.
But confidence is high right now. You guys are feeling like if we threw the pads on game one
Confidence high.
tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
High confidence.
High confidence for
Definitely.
sure. I think we compete with everybody right now. Or at least, like,
Is it gonna?
couple
It's gonna be an offense. Is the offense gonna be this? I don't want to start a fight between offense and defense, but is the offense gonna be the signature part of the team at least out the gate, or is it gonna be?
Yeah, offense is definitely going to be the
Yeah,
I
the
feel
quarterback
like-
is going to say that, but our defense is
Okay, we have
cleaning up.
3 or we have 4 or 5 of the quarterbacks here.
Pretty much. Right. It's like I'd say it's 50-50. Like say the defense isn't doing too hot, then the offense takes over. So it's just like we got each other's back pretty much. And the chemistry is just building from then on. So I just feel like whoever's having a bad game, we just kind of make up for it as a team.
Our defense is definitely better than last year, though. Like last year, we had to clean it up a lot. But
I don't know, Coach. I heard that. I heard that ringing.
You know what it is? It's little David. It's little David out there. Yeah.
QB4 also threw you under the bus there, calling out the.
That's little David right there. I'm gonna silence everything. Sorry. We were talking about how awesome the defense is again.
our defense is cleaning it up, though, for sure.
Yeah, shout out to last year's defense. Apparently, loved the senior class. You guys did. For the, you had something you wanted to toss in on that, or
Yeah, I just want to point out, Coach Mo, we were on the staff last year. I was a part-time coach last year. Coach Mo is a full-time OC, and we literally had 4 guys on the field coaching these kids for the entire season. So for us to come out of that season 5-5, go to the playoffs, shows that both the offense and the defense have what it takes to have a really good season.
the participation numbers you mentioned, coaching wise, is not just players. Yeah, the players are the easier one for people to understand. That, oh my goodness, like that team only has 35 guys. How are they going to do it? But I feel like a lot of people who consist of like not necessarily the head coaches, but the skill position, special teams coach, like the off campus work their own job, come here out of their own free will, took a huge hit in the pandemic of just those mid-tier coaches that you just need to help. Kind of dried up on some programs really bad, and people don't get enough credit sometimes for the guy who, like, he doesn't have a specific thing that he really contributes other than just being here and contributing as a coach type thing. And sometimes that can really affect just how a program grows over a year. So coaching staff is growing as well as the numbers player wise.
Absolutely. To go back and answer the question, I would, 70, 80 is a good starting point right there. when I was interviewing for the job, I got it in toward the end of February, and that was like one of my biggest coaching points is these kids right here. It says so much about them. I mean, resilience, all these big things that you're going to see in life. They're going on. A lot of the seniors here, they're going on their 4th head coach in the last 4 years. I mean, I challenge anybody to say who has it. Like, who's tougher than these guys right here? The fact that, and when interviewing, I even said that hey, look, everybody calls a different play something different. You know, you could say take something as simple as a slant, and you get 10 coaches. 10 coaches are going to say it's different this way or that way. So the fact that we can have some kind of, hey, we're going to do it like we did it last year a little bit, or grow upon what we did last year, helps out big time. But yeah, these kids are like amazing. I mean, with the the football fields always in the news and all this other stuff, and we just keep on pushing regardless of all that stuff.
It'll be a cold day in hell when you guys finally have a turf field,
or a field in general.
Oh yeah,
or lights.
An okay field. Yeah,
we'll just keep
or a home game.
Yeah, there's no home games this year. We're all road warriors. Like I said, I challenge you to
or
find
or respect for the community, or this.
We're trying to grab Imperial Beach and put them on.
Are you guys starting the process of getting it all turfed and everything? Is that what's going on eventually now?
There's a lot of people that's been ahead of us. We haven't heard any thumbs up.
It's just dug up and messed up for sakes of nobody knows.
We have a field to practice on, but there aren't any lights, and it's barely watered.
And Eastlake and Otay all get their second turf.
Oh, I just saw your
San
interview
Ysidro
with
too.
San Ysidro. Yeah, they're getting a new field. I'm like, wait, this is kind of crazy how other people are on their second field.
Eastlake already had their field returfed, and Otay is getting. Olympian is doing Road Warriors this year because they are getting their field returfed, and I see your facial expression is nothing but love and excitement.
Yeah, the school's
for
been
all
around
those other
since
schools.
1950, so it's like.
Well, Southwest San Diego's field is just dirt at this point. Castle Park's field ends up being like a true test in field vision because your wide receiver starts running and then also starts dipping like down 3 degrees. You're like, I can see. I think he's down there. It's tough, and then
still we rise. That's what it's about. I hear kids and they're like, my ankle's hurt. I was like, your ankles are getting stronger. That's what this is right here. That gopher hole is going to make it a lot stronger than all these other.
Now your field vision is absolutely next level. You mentioned the chemistry and the bond that you guys have. Coaches talked about, over the last 4 years, it's been 4 head coaches. So obviously there's been a lot of adversity, but what brought you guys together? Is there a loss? Is there a win? Is there something you guys do off the field? Like, where does that group chemistry, cohesion, unity all stem from?
I just feel like just the way we're looked at from the outside, like Mar Vista, you're always looking at down on it. Like, we don't got a field, like a turf field. It's barely watered. Like, the community doesn't really bond together. But, like, we just look at that as, like, a stepping stone as a team. Like, we can come together and, like, build on that. Like, it's just adversity, like Coach was saying. And since we're all going through it together, there's no reason to be out of chemistry. So it's like, it's not a reason to come together, but just like on our own, one by one, we're just getting like closer and closer. So like as a family, we're bonding.
Yeah, for sure. I would say that we're all like especially after last season, having our ups and downs. I'm pretty sure we're all hungry to win. We all want to go out, especially on the road, and beat teams on their field. We really want to go out and win and have a great season and make playoffs. And our ultimate goal is win a championship, but it all starts week 1, and before that, really now. But we're just all hungry to win, really.
You're very dangerously close to getting kicked out of the interview because I hate the week by week cliche. We're going to take it 1 week at a time. So watch yourself there. You were going to say something?
Yeah, I was just going to say the thing that bonds us even closer is we were all together last season. We were all juniors. We had a very junior-heavy team. Now we're senior-heavy. So we all been through what happened last year and all that adversity. So we're just taking it forward.
Off the field, what is the bond? Do you guys all play Call of Duty together, or is it you guys got someone's house that you go kick at? Like what's?
I seen the Xbox. Like,
yeah, we got the Xbox.
I got Xbox. I got PlayStation. Right. I got Switch. I basically have a home studio and a wife and nothing else social life wise. So we are doing Twitch shows this year. If any of you guys think you're actually good enough to play public,
hop in there.
Okay.
Oh, for sure.
Any
Yeah, I
game,
might have to.
any game, anytime.
And then even then, like,
Which I want to continuously throw this shout out. The best that I have ever encountered at any of this, oddly enough, is Don Dumas, the Bonita basketball coach. He's really good at video games. It's unbelievable. It's
Not good as me.
terrifying.
What video games especially?
The show, MLB The Show.
I'm better.
He hits tanks.
I will run anyone's in Madden. Like I'll take money. We can wager.
I
2K.
told you that profanity comes very
will put
close
money
to
on
coming
it.
out.
2K. I'm in 2K.
All right, okay. We'll drop. You guys will send me the gamer tag. We'll get that all set up on
then-
the next front. So, who though within the team? I'm assuming there's a lot of confidence there. Who is the? Is there one guy on the team that if you had to put forward, like this is our best video game player?
Me.
Like, it's just
me.
in general?
Me.
Me. We still gonna have our tournaments through the
Me.
season, so we'll see when it comes later
Different
on.
skill sets for different times.
Most definitely. Just, like even on the field, like
You just don't want to
I
say it
can't-
in front of him. That
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
just not that
Me.
good at anything.
pretty much.
I mean, I'll take anyone in Madden or 2K though. So
I was carrying. him in
He's
2K,
so
but that's
done with
whatever.
that comment. He pushed the microphone to a place where no one can use it now. That's the equivalent of a mic drop. Here, let the bobbleheads talk. I'm done with this sentence. So you guys seem like you said, it's bonded, it's cohesion. Have you all? Are most of you guys Mar Vista Middle, and you've all been elementary school together, or did you just come together in high school? Because it seems like you guys really genuinely like each other and enjoy being around one another on the field.
It started like way before that, because even when flag football, we played for the same football team. Like he was my quarterback, I was his running back. So like, and he was my coach too. So it was like even before. But then after that, like we kind of went our separate ways. But then like we came back together in high school. So it's kind of like that happy ending. So I just feel like we're more grateful to like have each other back like as brothers. So like we're just more grateful for it. Like we take every step like in stride.
Yeah. A lot of the players on the team, I would say, have a little bit of experience playing football. Just like playing for Coach Wojcik and his team, they've all had like a little experience of playing that. And then on top of that, even though we did a good amount of us did go to different schools, we still like we're a family. Whenever we played football, it was just a connection, just each practice. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Freshman year, basically all of us came in freshman year, Mar Vista, and we like clicked instantly. We all knew if we play together, we play well, we're gonna be a good team.
So looking up and down the schedule, Crawford is game one or is the scrimmage?
Crawford is game one.
Okay, so we got
Right off
Crawford.
the bat.
We got Crawford, Mission Bay, Morse, Coronado, Claremont, Bonita Vista, Chula Vista, Southwest San Diego, Castle Park, San Ysidro. For those of you guys that don't want me to do list radio, we'll throw that up on the screen. You can see all of the games this season. I don't see anything in here that's like a hands down, like, all right, that's an L. Like, and I don't mean that as disrespectful, but like we just had Hilltop in here and they have to play Modern Day this year. And even Hilltop was like, that's an L. As we said, RIP'd all the we said RIP'd all the JV kids that are going to suit up that game to keep the varsity players healthy. But looking up and down that, you guys got to have a lot of confidence coming into this year's schedule and got to have a lot of excitement. Is there a game that you have circled at some point in the schedule where you're like, that's our coming out party? That's where we feel like we're going to send a message to people that we're ready, that we're prepared, and this is what we're really capable of this season.
For me, it's not just one game; it's several games. I mean, right off the bat, you look at the D5 division. Crawford's at the top of the division. We're at the top of the division. So week one, I mean, that'll unfold a whole lot of things. You also see us as a D5 team going against a lot of D3 teams with Bonita.
You got
a lot of
Morse.
these guys.
You got Morse in there. You got Bonita Vista in
Right.
there.
Those two guys. Bonita's head coach is their former head coach. So that's a big game to look forward to.
He would have been your head coach when you guys were
We're
freshmen?
freshmen,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So definitely a game. I'm not gonna speak for them, but they're probably looking forward to.
Well, and Mission Bay was a D5 finalist last year, so it's a heavy front-loaded schedule. For you guys, who's the rival? Is it
Southwest San Diego.
It's Southwest San Diego is the rival,
We haven't seen them in
like 3
a
years.
while
2
now.
or 3
So
years.
yeah, there's
and
like
you still consider them the rival though after 2 years off?
I mean,
I feel like
question.
I feel like
into the mic, bro.
I feel like at this point it's Coronado's our rival.
Yeah.
I feel like we've been going back and forth with them for a while now. There's even a trophy on the line I didn't even know about. They beat us last season. They had and then they got a trophy after the game, holding it up.
What's
I'm
the
like,
trophy?
We didn't even know about the trophy.
I don't know.
Brought it
but
out.
I feel like at that
brought
point,
it out out of
After
nowhere.
the game, they started celebrating with a trophy. We're all like, "There's a trophy on the line." We didn't even know there was a thing. We're like, "What?"
Yeah, we definitely learned about that trophy at the end of the game, and I mean, as soon as we saw it, we're like, "Hey, I want
what
that
is the
trophy."
trophy? It's a good trophy. It's a solid, like, legitimate trophy because some of these teams are walking out.
like a- it's like a
It was
big
a
trophy, like
good
this big.
4-foot trophy,
Yeah.
and I guess we could do the history, but
I'm down for the history. Let's get into the nitty gritty.
Yeah, there was a I think it was
Also, Coach Hines, good friend of the show.
Oh,
so
Coach Hines is amazing.
Anything that you guys hear me say in this is just trying to drum up Ish for drumming up Ish's sake. I love Coach Hines.
Coach Hines was the first one that wished me luck to actually get the job. I saw him at the Glacier Clinic, and yeah, I got nothing but love for Coach Hines. But absolutely, after the game last year, there was a 4-foot trophy that they brought out, and I think the PPR report got it wrong. They're like, for the last 7 years, Coronado's been winning this, and we're like, wait, well, we got to put a stop to that.
We're going to turn the elevator music on now for a second while I turn the microphones down. No shit, PPR gets stuff wrong.
Come on, man.
I know for a fact that that's not true, but as soon as I saw that trophy, I was like, hey, we want that. Yeah, that was.
Well, I ask what the trophy is because sometimes these are winners and sometimes these are losers, and I love all schools. I love all people that try to make and drum up a little support, but the neighborhood up in this area is called the Golden Triangle, and the game a couple of years ago between La Jolla Country Day and University City, they tried to call it the Battle for the Golden Triangle, and so they took a triangle, like the instrument from band, and painted it gold.
Oh my
and they
God.
showed up with it. And I'm like,
no.
and I'm like, we're so close. It's great branding. It's
Right.
great ideas, but the execution is
Right.
so
Had
comical.
it been a 4-foot triangle, then you guys would have got excited about it. This is like a little band. Yeah.
Well, the other problem is that it was Braxton Burmeister's senior year, and he went on to play at 5 different colleges. But he was a Silver Pigskin finalist and everything, so it wasn't a close game. So Country Day showed up with their own made up trophy, handed it to themselves at the end, and left because.
Never to be seen again.
Right.
Yeah, never to be seen again.
This trophy
Yeah.
should be legitimate. I don't
Well, no,
know too much about it.
let's have we will tag Coach Hines and say, Coach, can you please send us a photo of it so that we can see what it is, share it to social media, add it to some B-roll behind it. I want to take inventory of all the trophies. I feel like there's some legitimately good, underappreciated, cool battles and rivalries that happen in San Diego. As somebody who, again, I love interjecting back in my day isms. As a La Jolla graduate, we had the battle for the silver shoe with Point Loma. We have stopped playing Point Loma now because of re-leaguing and everything. And I will say that a small part of me wants to sneak into the Point Loma athletic office and steal that damn shoe and take it back to La Jolla just because I can.
I think there's a lot of seriousness with that trophy. I think a player died a while back, and they started that trophy in his honor and dedication. So
For the shoe?
no,
Or
no,
for okay.
for the no.
Just said he was about to steal it.
Well, no, because I was
So
just
good.
no, because I was going to say you have an oddly different understanding of my high school's history than. It's on a serious note, though. I would love to know the stories behind a lot of these trophies because, like,
Right.
there's a couple that the Kiwanis Bowl and the Battle of the O's that stand out and everyone knows about. But I think there's some really cool hidden stories. So let's get more of that and let's hype that
Absolutely.
game up because
Yeah.
that's week 4 for you guys.
Right.
So you guys will have a pretty good idea what the team is at that point
Absolutely.
and everything. So
There's a lot of games circled on the schedule.
and that's where the dangerously close to getting yourself kicked out by doing the we're going to take it 1 week at a
No,
time
no,
always
no,
comes
no,
in. So
there's-
that's why I had to stamp that out at the beginning.
So they moved us out of the division, and they restructured our what would consider us to be league champs. Mar Vista hasn't been league champs since 2016, and I mean one of the goals is that eye is on that prize. It's the last 4 games of the schedule, and it starts off with a D4 team with Chula Vista, and I feel like if we can start right out the gate, everything else should be okay.
So we got. It sounds like we got 2 table setter games. You want to send a message with Crawford because they're another one of the front. Like, no, just like you, win or loss, you want to send a message of we're ready for this season. And then with Chula, win or loss, you want to send a message we're ready for our league schedule. So we will include all the information in the bio or in the swipe or in the details or whatever about how you can find their schedule and come check them out, because you guys are road warriors.
Absolutely.
Streaming games this year?
I'm going to try to. Yeah, we have a website that allows for that. So, if we can make that
I think that's
happen,
one of the
awesome.
the silver linings that came out of the pandemic was that everybody actually realized, we can get a webcam and a YouTube page or whatever and actually get games to our fans in a way that's not just like super pixely and off. Like none of it's great broadcasting, but none of it is, I can't tell who's the ball and where it's all running. So it's exciting that we're headed in that direction where teams can just fill in some of the media gap, because the media certainly doesn't exist in nearly as good a numbers as it should for how many high school football teams and everything like we have. I like closing out on this question, and I'm glad we have all seniors here. Yes, everyone's a senior suite. I'm not a coach. Whoever said that.
Yes. Sorry,
you have them well trained. You have them well trained. What's the legacy that you guys want to leave behind? What's the impact? And I get that going left to right here, we're going to potentially have answers get repetitive, so not all of you have to answer, but just collectively as a senior class, what are you guys hoping to leave behind?
I just feel like it's something that I want to leave behind is like, there's schools like all these equipment. Like, we've played schools that have better facilities, new fields, turf fields, a field in general, and it's like not to be cocky, but like we beat them, and it's like you don't have to have money or the nice equipment, just the nice buildings to be able to say that you've played for your school and played hard, like played with your heart. So it's like I just want to be able to say that my senior year, like, we played with what we had. Like, we played the cards we were dealt and, like, played them to our fullest. So, like, we can't say, I wish I should have done this. I wish we should have tried our hardest. But, like, we're out here in this dead field, snapping our ankles almost, and potholes. Like, we're just doing what we can with what we got.
I completely agree with that. Like, not to piggyback on him, but like, yeah, we don't have the malfunction.
No. Use your air.
Oh, okay, yeah. We don't really have all the best stuff. I feel like something we want to leave behind is that we want to go out with a bang. It's our senior year. A lot of us, it's our senior year. We all want to make it a good last year, for the people that are taking a step into like other places, and some people this might be their last year playing football. So I think that's like a big thing. We want to go out with a bang, try our hardest, and not give up.
Yeah, they're talking sweet, but I want to leave a long-lasting legacy. I want to be a champion, man. I want to drive by in the future if I have kids, show them like this is where I won a championship. That this school down here in the South Bay by itself can do great things and just build a championship program just by themselves.
You're tired of water polo getting all the postseason love.
Yes.
We
need more football love.
And baseball.
Ooh, and volleyball.
Oh, and volleyball. Yes.
My apologies to the baseball team, because I was actually at that championship game. I should have remembered that. Apologies there. Any other legacy? Or are we all good? You just want to score touchdowns. That's your legacy.
I want to score touchdowns.
You want them to build a statue to you in the parking lot, probably.
No, I want to leave Mar Vista with a high winning record, league champs, take home all the trophies, and take home that Division 5 championship.
I think actually you said it best when you were saying that there's so many exciting stories in this division of D5. Like,
it's always something good.
This will be amazing. This school's been around for 70 plus years right now, and like Baxter said over there, if we can
and probably only had a dozen league championships and a couple of finals appearances in 70 years.
So if we can, we're already at the top. We want to stay at the top. We want to finish at the top, and we want to get Imperial Beach behind us. Get guys excited. When I introduce myself as the head coach, I get guys who are like, "Hey, coach, we need to win one," and I'm like, "I'm right there with you." And just to kind of get that respect, we have a quarterback that puts up a lot of yards. We got a great running game. We got a great defense this year. We brought in, I think we had, Coach mentioned, we had 5 coaches last year. We're up to almost 15 this year. We're just trying to change things. There's a lot of people that, if they have their choice, they drive away from us. I had some youth. I was coaching youth football for 20 plus years, and I'm like, hey, come play for me in high school. They're like, no, I'd rather go down the street. And it's like, all right, well, my big goal is I want to see these guys, if they want to, go to another level and get the colleges to understand that, hey, we play some good football down here.
I want to piggyback off of that, and this could be maybe you and I connect on a whole separate podcast. And also, you and I, as the viewers, I know that I harp on this a lot, so don't hear this as any specific coach listening to me, like subtweeting you or anything. But I do think it's frustrating when coaches get inside of kids' heads that, like, my school is the only one that a college recruiter will ever see, and you need to come over here in order to get that look. Like, if you run for 500 yards a game, you run for 500 yards a game. Khalil Spurl did that at Mar Vista a bunch of years ago, and he was universally known
as that guy.
And from my understanding, it was nothing about his football that kept him from moving on to the next level. It was the very stereotypical, just didn't have the rest of the resume to move on to that next level. But
there's some boxes to check.
But when you are running for 500 yards, or throwing a 500 touchdowns, or making 500 tackles, or pancaking a kid every third snap, like, it frustrates me that there are coaches or 7-on-7s or whatever that say, hey, no college is going to ever see you do that at that school. They're only going to see you do it at this school, when we live in an era where Huddle and Twitter and everything, you are your own recruiter. You are the only person standing in the way from, if you choose to go to your neighborhood school and have a blast with all of your friends.
Absolutely.
From then getting into college. If you're actually as good as you believe yourself to be. I'll get off my soapbox.
No. This is the best time ever.
Oh, no. I'm right. Trust me. I know that I'm right. They are sick and tired of me whining and opining about it. Coach, you had something you wanted to throw in there?
Yeah, I think they were talking about their legacy. What I'm most proud of is the attitude that Coach Mo's bringing to the program. Is, hey, this isn't a football team. This isn't a JV team. This is a program. This is something that he wanted to build. As soon as I found out he was getting a job, I'm on board. Let me know what I can do. And what's great is that, although they're getting their butts kicked every day in practice,
As you should.
We know
grows them into tough men.
We know for all the reasons, the field and all this other stuff. But what I think is cool is the 40 freshmen, 30 freshmen that we have out there, that these kids are molding, and they're not complaining, and they're not and they're just bringing them in. And you just mentioned that family thing, right? That's Coach Mo's big on family. Like, hey, he's getting his
I thought Coach Dad would be the one bigger on family, but I'm happy to hear it.
I am too. But, because like you said, I've coached these kids, most of them, or him and I have been coaching here for 15 years. So it's just great to see that these young men are taking these still developing boys in most cases and leaving that legacy of, hey, this is a big family program.
High school freshmen are such incomplete products mentally and physically.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think people appreciate that. Yeah, there's like when you go to college, you're like, oh my God, that guy was such a huge dude here, and then he didn't start till like his sophomore, junior year. It's like, okay, yeah, because there's like levels of superstar, but at the high school level, the difference between 14 and 18 is a world apart. Like, so when you're able to take freshmen and actually get them invested and everything already at the freshman level, and not being like, yeah, like by the time you're a junior, I need you really focused on this. That a huge credit to you on that, Coach. Best of luck in terms of actually getting whatever the 30 to 40 is, at least 20 of them to make it through all 4 years.
Oh, absolutely. They're having fun. We've been training on the beach, and
you have done a phenomenal job of advertising the fun things you guys do on Twitter. And I do absolutely respect that. Fun things. Well, I mean, he's not gonna advertise him driving in a golf cart with a cattle prod behind you guys, going run, you bastards. That gets him in trouble.
Yeah, but you also never seen any kid say, "I'm not going to that beach workout," so must be doing something right.
That's true.
Family bonding.
Family bonding. Okay. Do we have a hashtag or a saying, like Olympians got their everyone's got their something or other, Puro Cedro? Do we have something from Mar Vista? just hashtag family.
Hashtag balling on the beach.
Hashtag balling. Okay, yes, you're right.
That's
I
a
have
good one.
seen
That's
that.
a good
I
one.
have seen that. All right. You know it. Hashtag balling at the beach. Best